away plus 1,000 feet. I'm going to hit it in those areas, fully saturate them. If I kill them, great. If not, the AMRAAMs are still going anyway, and we're going to have some air cover, although it's going to be difficult with the weather, obviously. After they're dead, we're going to have you guys land there, and it's going to be ours, because we've got to start making progress.
Cap, an idea.
Go.
Since the Reds aren't going to be flying because of the weather, don't hit the 21s and let's capture them.
That would be an excellent idea. Let's try and capture those 21s if we can. We don't know if they're there, but yep, okay, that's fine.
Actually, we do. If you listen to Coffee's briefing, he said that they've re-established and moved back into Gudata.
Nah.
But the reason they're not flying is because of the weather. So we know that they're there at the moment.
So I'm just going to go ahead and call bull on the cancelled flights.
So you basically want me to go in as a low-level strike with 14 Snake Eyes and take out their whole air force?
Yeah, but again, you can't...
I'll file you in.
You can't go in there until I've taken those SE-19s down, because obviously they'll chew you up.
Cap,
whatever we can capture is better than whatever we can destroy.
Cap, if you took all the AAVs, I'm sure you can plow through all the BTRs.
I'm going to plow through the BTRs. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I need you to teach me how to use combined arms, but that can be done in about 10 seconds, I imagine.
Yeah, sure. There's 2 tactical commander slots, right?
10 minutes and 5 minutes for the lag to cease.
There is 1 game master slot, and that's all there is. Don't ask me why. That's just what there is. So if there's only 1, then it's just me on my own.
I have a priority dispatch from intelligence source. There's a Sochi is halfway militarized and has seen the first shipment of aircraft.
From who?
Oh, that was quick.
Blue or red?
For blue. Basically, blue has spawn points on Sochi now.
Okay.
Reds aren't still in here, are they?
Yeah, but they're flying with us, Santi, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, officially there's no red for ops because of the weather, but the guys that have turned up who want to fly can come and fly with us.
Harriers, I suggest you start from Sochi today, because I'm going to be moving that fleet at 30 knots all the time, and you're going to lag if you come off, try and fly from the carrier. So don't forget that.
Cap, one thing that I think the Harriers could do, like a flight of 2 Harriers, go down closer to Sukumi and hit radar sites with sidearms, because from my understanding, the S-300 was using a secondary radar.
Oh, if you can do that, I don't know anything about Sukumi. I haven't gathered any intel. If you think you can do that, go for it. Remember, the same rules apply. If you die within the first hour, you get 1 respawn. If you die after that, then there are no respawns. So don't throw your life away, but if you can get there safely, do it. Remember, the S-300 may still be firing, the big one. He didn't say it wasn't firing. He said that unit that I killed hadn't been destroyed. It can work without that unit, so just bear that in mind. And you won't be able to see the launches today, remember that. So super caution is advised today.
Cool. Yeah, if you add another tactical commander slot, you can take care of the macro, and I can micro the tanks.
Okay, let's get something started to run.
How long are we? How far along are we, P-Man?
Game music.
Sorry, you'll just have to go
set voice unity.
Voice, and we can chop and change roles, Blasty, or maybe
set voice unity.
Maybe I'll let you. No, yeah.
Voice expansion set to
Unity. So the Harriers
set
know
exploration
what
packs.
Music pack has been set to exploration pack.
Obviously, because they've got nothing to do unless they know something more than me.
Well, don't forget the F5's a reasonable bomb truck.
Yes, but not in low cloud where you have no direct line of sight.
They're also a pretty good wild weasel.
Yeah, but don't forget, low cloud is 10,000 feet. It's not 1,000 feet.
It's overcast 10,000, so we still have some leeway.
Okay.
F5's a pretty good weaseling force for all the Strellas and stuff that are dotted around Gudata.
Got the Weasley men, Sherman, Grinkle and Warren, they're Weasley men.
And the Harriers can up and shoot it from there.
Okay, bring some rockets and guns.
Also, just in case there's MiGs.
Doesn't look like that. Well, the MiG drivers are all in Sabre, so it's not very likely. Bring Sidewinders just in case, but... what hogs? So, you know what you've got a clear idea of what you're doing. I guess you're going to help at Wadada.
Yeah, so we'll be doing the close air support for your push, so if you contact us.
Fine. Okay, you can drive them, Blasty. I'm going to tell you what to do. Blasty recording.
Yep.
Okay. So that's that. I might take off in the plane later on just to get some practice. So yeah, the A-10s will be CAS type / DAS around Godada, but you got to watch out for that S300. Dagor, I don't know what you guys can do kind of CAS with. You can come in and help attack Godada with
I don't want to
Mavericks.
start. I'm gonna have to start this.
Well, unless you want to do have a poke at 300 again.
Firefox, but
I think that's probably a good idea. Try and take it out completely.
Dagger, respond with your mouth. Dagger, go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Trash said he was having trouble with his internet, so he might not be here. Signore is squaring away a headset.
Okay, I give up. Dagger are going to do what they want. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we go? How exciting!
I think it'd be maybe if the Harriers have a better plan than just shoot things.
Shoot the best plan, not die.
If we haven't got the visions, I don't know how deep that S300 is. I can't see it on. I'm not sure which dot it is on the map.
You can shoot out to sea by about 10-15 miles. So if you're around that coast, around Sukumi. Oh right, I see.
Is it north of? Is that north?
It is. There's a fresh one north of Sukumi, so Sukumi may be unapproachable. I don't know that for sure. So Harris, you're just going to have to test the waters out there and see where that S300 is firing, because we don't know.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah, trying to.
I know a sidearm can hit as soon as it locks.
Yeah, and then we've got looking at the thing. There's a mortar platoon. I'm not sure if this is our friendly stuff or this is the enemy stuff.
More back to Buick.
Oh, okay. So the SA-13 plus armor northeast, 0.5 nautical miles.
We're back to Buick.
Is that friendly on the river just outside Godata to the northeast?
125 is the frequency.
I'm just looking.
253
military
global
academy.
So if you look on the right hand grey picture thing, top down view, satellite image.
Oh, I didn't see that. Right.
And then we've got on the coast, just on the second northmost wiggly river, there seems to be an S13, which I think is a Strela. I'm not sure. And
that's enemy. The mechanized infantry as well as the armor are blue. Any SAs are red.
Roger. So I don't know. The armor might want to help try and take out those SAMs then, if they can.
The armor are gonna. We're gonna flank the mechanized company. We're gonna not engage them because we'll just lose if we try and engage them. We're gonna go along the coast, literally along the beach, straight into Godada. Gonna punch straight in, and because I've got this printed out, we're gonna then just take out every ZU-23 and S9, SA-19 step by step, and it's gonna be batshit crazy.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
So many bloody printouts.
Well, so we're gonna get shelling.
Reams of paper
shelling them. We're gonna shell the mechanized company.
Reams.
Shell the
Absolute reams.
We're gonna have me as a spotter on the ground, calling in artillery. It's gonna be batshit crazy.
What's that?
So let's get ready.
What's Dung mean? Mozilla Firefox 64-bit has been updated.
What channel are you gonna be on?
That's interesting considering I haven't started Firefox.
I should have I'll have a Blasty channel. Yeah. Blasty will be on 121, me and you, and Global, but so because we're gonna do a lot of shouting at you. So get ready, get your big ears ready.
Print that out, aren't I?
Other than that,
right, easy to print these out, as I found. You just drag it
if we can
and
have
drop it in there.
Password, which I've not
File.
There it is.
Print.
See, look at that.
Preferences, advanced, print to paper,
so we've got an IP,
landscape, okay, print.
We've got 4 tactical commander slots on blue.
Can't print
there you go. We're going to share, Blasty. How do you feel about sharing?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
There you go.
It's
Print
almost like
style.
sharing a bed. Well, it's not.
Oh, how?
Lols.
Nova.
How can I help?
I think we're going to get you to do ATAS in the future. We've got ATAS today done by some sort of voice. Voice to MP3 or text to MP3, which sounds shit.
I'll do the check-in so you get some.
So I've volunteered your services to do ATAS in future missions until my sister can do some voiceovers.
There are only 4 Harriers at Sochi. The rest are on the carrier or at Novo.
Good luck with that.
Give us 5 minutes to fire off the carrier before you start hurtling it towards the coast.
Hurry up! If it's more than 5 minutes, then it's moving. So you got the password in there. Let's go. I'm going to try streaming today and see if my twat DDoSer has fucked off. Yeah, stand by.
I just remember, kids, that you can't take off in the Harrier and a crosswind of more than 20 knots. You have to face into the wind using your little weather vane on the front.
It's true, guys. We've tried it, and it is completely true.
So,
which areas are Sochi?
There's 4 plus the one I'm in.
Okay. Do you know what ones they are to select on the briefing screen?
Yeah, the ones that say Sochi.
Oh, they say it now. Okay. So who's going to be flying the Harrier off the carrier group?
Nutter.
I mean, with the carrier, there's no crosswind.
In your groups, remember, we need footage at the end of the day. We need to make products. So fly in your groups,
write them down.
Take off together, blah, 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 look sexy.
Let's say 10.
Right, I've all got left behind now. So.
43, 112.
We're SRS on P-Mans, right?
40.
Yeah, ends in 105.
4116. Let's say 10. 42180. Might be easier to print it out.
Anyway,
420.
Right, password.
532. Oh, another SA10. Oh, come on. How many SA10s do we got to deal with? 420028.
Cap, you said you and I were going to be on 132 or what?
1 east.
This is why people have accidents and people die in combat situations.
And Cap is on 121.
We're on 121 and 243.
You're supposed to point the open end of the weapon at the end.
Okay, right, get this out of the way. Actually, I want to close that down completely.
Legitimately. Not good. Right,
get the
here we go.
password.
Because of mistakes in combat arena. Right, so back to spectators.
So to manage.
Slow down this pipe, pull this trigger.
Get SRS running. We are on
having a real time.
105, which I believe is P-Man 7.
Cap, are there F5s at Sochi? Because I don't see any.
I didn't make this map, so I haven't got
radio. DCS World.
Have you fixed your mic
bloody thing works. Gosh, what nightmare we've
I've always thought it was because of my, you know, thing with the
Task Manager. Get rid of Firefox. Takes
are you like that on SRS as well?
He's fine in SRS.
SRS is better.
Could just be Discord then, yeah.
Right, Cap's going off. Discord, I'll see you guys in SRS.
We're not going into our own. Right. Deafen. Alright. Right. The thing is, there was only 4 people down in Harriers anyway. Well, 5 people. So, I don't care where I fly off from. I can take off from a carrier with a fully loading Harrier. Not a problem. Landing it on a carrier, big problem. What joysticks do I use, please? Currently, I have the Warthog. The Thrustmaster Warthog is what I'm using at the minute, but I have been using, in the past, an X52 Pro, which I love dearly and is brilliant for Elite. Excellent for Elite and was pretty good joystick. Then I moved on to the X55, which another good joystick. I never had a problem with these products. Other people seem to have 1 or 2 problems, but I've never had a problem with them. Never had a problem with them. Oh, I've lost all my favourites. That's interesting. Isn't that interesting? So yeah, Thrustmaster Warthog at the minute. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, I don't believe that. Close Firefox and you lose your bloody control and paste. I believe it. I bloody believe that. That's just annoyingly annoying. The hell? Get rid of that. I don't want day 4, I want day 5. I just don't want that to have the bloody Oh, I don't want to have the extra resources of Firefox running. That's all. I mean, I've got 5 bloody pages open. I lost all my Firefox, so I've had to copy it from my laptop. And look, it's using 2 gig of memory already, and it hasn't even done anything. So, get rid. Right, that's my first bottle of beer, drunk. I put 6 in the freezer tonight, because I didn't want to run out. And I've just come back from hospital, so I bloody need it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Ha ha! Thank you, Uncle Tom, Mr. Baker. Get me a beer. Fetch me a beer. No. I'm sure it's get me a beer. No? Pass me a beer? Frickin' house bells. Where is it?
Would you like to restart BMX Player so that the changes may take effect?
No. Grab me a beer.
Okay.
Not cool, man. That's just not cool. At least say please, please. Just be nice to me, and I'll be nice to you. Don't call me shit either. I'll kick your ass back to Coventry, man. And you can go eat some grass, bitch.
Well, I need a drink. I need a drink.
Request for a gin and tonic, Commander.
Granted!
Ship's grog again, have we?
A martini, shaken, not stirred.
Let me just make sure that you lot are hearing him. Yes, you are hearing them. Good. At least I hope you're hearing them. Right, done. Great. Get back into game. AV8B and Novorosk. No, I don't want one of those buggers. I want one at Sochi. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 at Sochi, and then there's 4 on a carrier. Alright. And I want Buick 125. Get to
take a couple of sidearms, some rockets, and a DCM pod. I think I'm going to try and have a go at that SPM site along the northern ridge that Gunboat pointed up.
Yeah, sounds good. I've got sidearms and a couple of fuel tanks and a decking pod. I'll come with you then.
And I've shut the canopy, so it should be much better now. Let's start the engine up first.
Warning, warning. I'm attacking to rearming complete.
Come on.
Okay, let's go.
No, not you, Nova. No, you're a good girl. Right, switch that switch. Switch that switch.
Yeah, I've got no sound, so I'm going to have to get out and come back in.
Switch that switch. Pull that forward and back. Starting it up. Engine start. Get all these on. Engine start. Generator on. Lighting. that 1000. Switch DMT on. Switch that around there. What am I missing? Ah, right. Radio 1. 132.0. Enter. Echo pod on. That on. I'll turn that one on. Engine. What else have I missed? I think that's it, is it? I'm all done. I think I'm all done. Yeah. Buick radio check 125.
Atomic, anti, yep, 5x5.
You also 5x5.
Rock and roll, we're taking sidearms and bags, and we're going to go and try and find that S300 through the northern mountain ridge. We're just waiting for Gumbo to connect it.
Roger, would you want me to take sidewinders and provide cap on your arse?
Possibly, but I don't think there is any red air threat today.
Alright then, well I'll hang around the base with eye in hand, waiting for Cap to call in Cass.
Roger.
Where are we then? So we're at Sochi, Cap's down here and his armoured stuff. They're going to go through the mountains. So I will remain on base. Oh god, I'm right at the end.
Overlord, passing waypoint 3 at 15,000.
Turn right, turn left. Okay, so we're ready to go, so... oh yes, brake off. Brake off. Oh, brake is off. What about foot brakes then? How about nozzles forward? Yes, they're in hover. I think I was doing hovering the other day. Hello. Hello! Nice to see you. So we've got a 10,000 feet cloud ceiling today. Red Fort will not be flying because of the weather, because they're pussies.
Good leader in short, runway 24.
Mission time.
Are you guys coming along for this mission?
Alright, all aboard then. I'll come with you. I'm not normally this easy.
Yes, well, I
feel that wind on the tail. So the wind's coming from the right, and if we're turning to the right.
Flying from point A to point B and back again is not all that stimulating.
You trim looks crazy. What do you mean crazy? In what way crazy? Don't say crazy. Give me an accurate description. I need accurate descriptions. Crazy means nothing to me. Like, is it buffering, or is it doing something silly, or is it just looking cool, man? You know, let me know.
Chaos radio check 125.
Crazy means absolutely nothing to me. Oh, that's better, isn't it? We haven't zoomed all the way out.
5x5.
We need to zoom out more than that. I need that whole thing in the frame of the video. Got some crazy wind on here today, so if the wind's coming from the right, which runway am I going to take off on? I've got to take off into the wind, because you can't take off in this crosswind. Halfway up the screen is crazy colours. That's you, mate. Hang on, let me have a look. Let me check. I shall check on my own YouTube stream.
You might have to get in it, Cap, and take control of yourself.
What the hell? What the hell is going on here? Go away!
We're going with it. Suggested Cap takes control of my Gardens asset. That's my constitution.
I don't want to be blocking. There's a lot of people coming down there.
Yeah, it was Cap's idea. Just saying, be advised, that's exactly why in Blue Flag they limit mobility now.
Alright, where am I on this? Where the hell? because the wind is coming from this direction.
Overlord, on station at Bulls 255,
so we're going to have to take off
170 at 7,000.
So I've got to cross in front of this guy and take off the other way around. Okay. We've got to take off into the wind somehow, some way. At least get some way into the wind. Because we're not allowed to take off with more than a 20 knot crosswind.
Camber, come check 125.
Camber Atomic 555 125.
Nickel.
Probably has his controls blinded.
Right. Parking brake on. What am I doing? I'm looking at my YouTube dashboard, live streaming. Let's have a look at my live stream. Now, looking at my stream from my PC, from my laptop, it's looking pretty good, I would say. No crazy colours. Well, not that I can see. Let me make that full screen. Oh right, yeah, I can see what you mean now. A bit of a rainbow effect on the top. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about that. Hang on. It should be streaming 1060p. That's very strange, that. Watch it on Twitch. I don't think it'd be like that on Twitch. That is crazy. You're right. That is. The only thing I can do is stop OBS and start it again. Let me just stop the stream and start it again. I'll be back in a second, guys, because I can now see it on my stream overlay. There you go, fixed. Fixed. Yeah, thank you for pointing that out. It wasn't until I looked at my stream monitor on my stream PC. Yeah, I've stopped OBS and restarted it, and it's good. Good to go there. Good to go. So I'm on 243, I'm on 125, I'm on 132 to get CGI, which I don't need CGI, so I might as well put that on 121, decimal 0, enter. That's Cap's frequency, so I'm not sure if I'm going to hear him on this, but...
Nobody's taxiing the runway.
Yeah, which runway I'm on there? I'm on... It doesn't bloody say which runway I'm on. Well, that's interesting. Where's all the runway markings gone? That's 09. That's 24. So...
taking that 24.
What's that? 210? Careful that crosswind, because it's coming from your left on 24. I've gone to the next runway. I'm on runway 21. Okay. Let's see if we can move this baby. So we're going to do a rolling takeoff. Nozzles to 10. Flaps to stall. They're at 25 till I move my nozzles down, then they'll drop to 61.
I've got silly bollocks. Who's that?
He's fenced in. I'll put my... Go on and put my position lights on, my anti-collision lights. And my formation lights on. light's not working? That's because I've got that on, isn't it? Oh, no light.
Come on, John.
I should be lit up like them two. Why am I not lit up like them two? What is with my lights?
Let me know when you're ready to roll.
I'm fully ready.
Direct flight 2 ship taking off on runway 24.
Generator's on.
Brakes
on. What have we got down there? P-jam is on and Droop's on. I should have loads of lights!
Brakes release.
On the left hand side below the canopy.
Guy in the blasted skin doesn't have his canopy closed, so I'll scratch that.
What, these? No, these are just your main nose light. That's what that is. For when you're hovering on approach. Flap, skid, gear landing, reset landing, anti-skid, combat, master arm, near the light switches, near the light switches.
Hammer is taxiing for runway 24.
External lighting off, NG on. Oh, yeah. That's interesting. I've never had to use that switch before. Bet that one. See that flashy red one on the top? It should only be flashy red while I'm on the ground. Once I'm in the air, it should turn to white, but it doesn't do it, man. Thanks, okay. Spitey. Thank you for that. So they're in the air. Let's run as well. Wow, nobody's saying that. Oh ho ho! Get over! Oh shit, that's not going to be good.
I've got 300 knots and I'm 110 if you want to take me.
Back a flight rolling, runway 24. Roger, I've left my landing gear down because I'm on more on.
Yeah, roger.
That was bad. The wind was pushing me off the bloody runway and I couldn't even with full right rudder, I wasn't doing anything. So I had to use the nose wheel steering.
German 1, check your nose wheel strut.
Okay, so, and I'm doing far too much engine throttle. I think I've cocked that up. Forgot I'm not in a Mirage.
And a flight taking off runway 24.
Flaps to auto. Gotta watch out for this lightning, you know, with carbon composites, because carbon composites explode. Okay. Switch that on, we got that on, should have that one auto, please.
At 345. No.
Oh, roger that. Coming in pretty quick behind you.
Okay.
Official. On. Okay.
Hammer, airborne.
Nasty crosswind.
I nearly came home today after being in hospital and bought myself a 1080 Ti card on the Never Never, because there's no way I can actually afford one. And I nearly did it, but I held off because I haven't got the money.
Yeah, it's taking active.
And I really need to upgrade the server. Really. But I came in from hospital, and although I had a good result, I didn't have a great result from hospital. So I had a good result overall. But I was just so that I nearly went for it. And I've got a 1070 Ti in here anyway, which uses a 1080 chip. It's just it's been in the BIOS. They deactivate some of the shaders. Now, if some bright spark out there, some nice little hacker can actually sort this out, you can turn this card into something completely different.
Where do we want to dive into the valley?
Oh, which reminds me. What frames am I getting? Cause
yeah, whichever you think. I mean, when I've done it, I've just gone along the ridge and so I can see the other side, but
It says 60, but it's dropping down to 53, and I've got the card resync. So that means that my GPU card is not set for gaming. There we go, set for gaming. GPU has now gone to 104%.
See where that bit of smoke is on top of the ridge?
Usage only 50%.
Roger.
And the clock is up at 1936. There you go, 1936, which isn't bad for a 1070 Ti clock. Especially when its core clock is a lot lower than that.
This is for I'm going to head down past Gudada to Sochi, see if I can take out those the secondary radar site for the 300.
Roger that.
Now we've got to be on our toes.
Roger.
Right, where's Cat?
We just have to watch out in case they've bunged another site in the mountains or something, but there wasn't anything there on our last one.
That's Gumbo! Gumbo's in front of me! Oh no, they're heading for the... Yeah, they're going up their valley now, aren't they? I'm going to head down here and play cap over cap.
Try and push a bit more speed. Going up to 86%.
Right, so I'm going to play cap over cap. Cap over cap. Ah, what we got there, I think that's the SA-10 or whatever. It's just a jumble. Can't tell what it is.
Right, and that ridge to our right.
Wish I could declutter.
Up there.
Roger.
And we've got a cap down below us. I'm going to zoom in on this part. Oh, the map's upside down. Wonderful. Let's put me at the bottom of that map, shall we? No, let's not. Let's put me back in the middle. I think that's a little bit too zoomed in, but the other one's a bit too zoomed out. I'm going to have to leave it like that. What's that look like that? Yeah, we'll have to leave it like that. Yeah, that'll do. So I'll play cap over cap. Let's see what we've got there. My goodness. CS, what's CS? Gets the list. A CS is a S300. Don't want to get near that. CS is S300. We've got loads of nodes. Oh my god, we've got a 10. We've got a 10 off our left. 10 off our left side.
Yeah, just keep an eye out. Where that upper SA-10 site was, there was a couple of mobile units on the ridge.
Oh, he's dropped off.
Copy, the flight taxi into runway 24, Sochi.
Got launch, got launch.
And a couple on the other side of it, on the towards the south.
There is a launch as well. Shit. So, turn 90 degrees. Head down.
Okay, there's the other smoking bit over on your right. So we want to head sort of that way.
Shifting right.
And then back up.
And stay close to the top of the ridge.
And do the same thing.
Yeah.
My computer is not enjoying this.
Oh, is your frames down?
Yeah, I got about 30 to 40 frames.
So we had a very solid radar lock there from that SA-10.
Yeah, I've got 40.
And it's miles off. Well, it looks miles. Actually, it can't be that far away.
Yeah, that's roughly what I'm on as well, about 40-ish.
Can it? Yeah, that's called, oh, I can't remember what it's called now. It's called, like, slapping to the, it's called a bearing evade or something. I can't remember. Right, what you do?
Get closer to
you see the launch.
Along the coast between
right.
Gudada.
You turn. Let me take service. You turn 90 degrees to the launch. Now, if you're high up, you turn 90 degrees, you chaff and flare, and at 90 degrees to the launch, you dive. Chaffing and flaring. The missile, if it doesn't evade you already, it has to dive down towards you. And then once you're at the bottom of your
that's cool, right.
U-shaped turn, you chaff and flare at the bottom and turn back up.
The right on that ridge bit.
So the missile's having to turn and follow you and climb, and all the time it's losing energy. And if it's not put off by your chaffing and flarings. See, there's another launch over there. Look, they're launching other aircraft.
There's some firing over to the right.
Yeah, we've got SA-10.
Roger, tally.
Come on, that's the one I want. Who are they launching at?
SA-10.
Oh, they're not launching at them, are they? Ooh, they're too far out for my...
I'm getting jamming.
Yeah, I'm on receive.
72, lining up runway 24, searching.
KS, music on.
This is Hammer, we're preparing an attack against the S-300 launchers with rockets, wish us luck. Good luck, Hammer.
Static circling the ground forces.
I'm getting a launch warning from the right. No tally.
Yeah, I've gone down to the left of the ring.
72, rolling runway 24, searching.
It's a shame I couldn't run in from here. If they're distracting it, I could run in from here.
Oh shit, that was very close.
Oh, hang on. We got one very close here. An SA-10 below us somewhere.
This valley a bit.
Shit.
Yeah, is there one up on... Yeah, they put one up in the hills, have they?
Come on, where is it?
No idea.
Okay, I'm going down this valley here.
I've got a lock. Atomic Magnum.
I wish we had fog of war on, because our guys are definitely heading south, aren't they? They're definitely heading down there. I wish I had fog of war so I could... I don't know why I brought Sidewinders. We know there's no enemies in the air. Ah! That was stupid. I've only got rockets. Maybe I should go back and refill with Snake Eyes. I'm good at Snake Eyes. Well, I say I'm good at Snake Eyes.
Yeah,
I'm not a bad pilot.
Your reactions are above average for biological life.
Alright, let's get rid of that. Because our guys are down here somewhere, so...
down, or are you able to get out?
Let's give them a buzz. Let's show them that we're here, protecting their asses.
Tally you, Hammer into the attack. Do you know where the man pet came from?
It's, well, where I am, going towards the coast, it's along there. Just to my left.
Can't see them anywhere. Oh, there they are down there. Wave at our boys, our brave boys. Hey up. Oh, that's just a tree. I thought that was a cloud of smoke.
Oh, lag.
Oh, hello. Got a spike there. What's that then? All unknowns. Let's go back to sidearms.
There's area. It's an happy area, don't be there.
Yes, Magnum.
The hell was that? Why's my sidearms on? Oh shit.
Come on, still safe.
Still there.
RTB?
Oh!
Yeah, I'm RTB, go and get repaired and then I'll be back out.
Roger.
Don't know what got me there.
It's just finding out where those
That was interesting. A-10s in there today. Oh! I can't talk to him. I better go. I think it's one life. Or one Gumbo, you're on fire.
Yeah, I know. in the hills here.
Yeah, I've just been down by something. Must have been a man pad down covering cap.
Roger. I'm trying to make it back, but I think we get one respawn if we die, don't we, within the hour?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Roger.
Yeah, one respawn if you die within an hour.
Cool.
That's good for me then.
My fear is I'm going to die at 1 hour, 1 minute.
Warning. 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 Warning.
Cheers, Magnum. Considering where I'm going anyway, I'm going into like the deep dark depths of hell.
Where are you then?
I'm going to bomb Sukumi's runway.
Oh, brilliant, yeah.
What?
Oh, excellent. I guess I'm providing cover for you because I'm attacking Sukumi's air defense system.
No, I'm up in the mountains north of like the front line at the moment, and I'm literally just going to drop down, hit the burners, drop the bombs, and if I'm lucky I'll get a hit, and if I'm even more lucky I'll get home.
Well, I'm firing at them from the coast, so they're kind of affected, I think.
I'm a lone wolf because there's no other Vigans, so...
Oh, you're in a Vigan.
And we had enough Harriers.
Okay. Okay. Bingo.
God. Okay, this isn't going well.
What am I going to do now then? What am I going to take this time? G views would be alright if
Shack 103. Copy 243.
Roger that. I've got no other A10s on 135.
Request rearming. Copy. Boys, it seems like I'm about to fly right over your data.
I wasn't picking cap up on 121.
And what you boys are worrying about, the weather's lovely up here at 20,000 feet.
That's 121.
Rearming complete.
Oh, I don't know what loadout to take. Maybe I should take sidearms on the... Oh, I have got sidearms.
Atomic chaos message.
Yeah, go on then. Right.
Traffic Saber 4, taking off from the active 2-4.
Well, that's my one life. And no update today. I'm really pissed off there's been no update. I don't know what Eagle Dynamics are playing at, but a lot of the module manufacturers, Razbam, Leatherneck, Heatblur and that lot, they've all put patches out for things that were broken. But Eagle Dynamics have not put a patch out today. I mean, they just haven't put anything out, and I don't understand why not. Can't figure out what it is that they've... I don't get it. However, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say anything.
Somebody's on a long approach to 2-1.
Wags has been in touch with the Reapers. Let's say
long final 2-1.
So watch the videos coming up, guys.
Chaos Magnum.
That's all I can say.
Traffic's over 4, clearly active.
He has said, at the minute, what we do know is the F-18 release is penciled in for the 31st. Which I think is a Thursday, isn't it? So the release date is penciled in for the 31st, right now, for the F-18. I think the Persian Gulf is penciled in for the same day, although it could be released earlier if they get everything sorted. I don't know.
Hello, Commander.
Hello, Nova. Yeah, Wags has said on a number of people's F-18 streams, because the F-18s that he's giving out are early alpha releases. Now we know this because one of the people that works that is in the Reapers, or works with the Reapers, is a dev and has the very latest F-18, and he's saying the ones that people are getting are a very early alpha.
Got this right, please. Let me get this right.
And that they're getting it to do testing and YouTube videos, you know, to get to release. The reason they released
quite so alarming when you're diving down
pre-purchase for the F-18 is they're skint. They've got no money. They need the income to complete all these modules. That's why it was on pre-purchase.
Oh, that's sweet.
And they've dished out some very early alphas of the Persian Gulf map
on the runway now,
streamers, just to get it out there and say, hey, this is what we're doing, and you know.
Yeah, only on fire,
but the F-18 is a lot further on than what they've got. Even Mags, when he did his website, he said, look, this is a very early, and don't take this as well. Oh look, voice attack stopped.
I don't know how long the range is the problem. Is there a way for you to let the units wait, hang on, wait.
That's interesting. Why is voice attack crashed?
I'm going for the Camber's going for the apron, so don't worry about runways.
Game music packs.
Yeah, let's get rid of that then. It's probably because we're not playing music on it. Okay, so 10 degrees on the flaps. Is anybody taking off? No. I'm going to take off and I'm going to aim for the edge of the runway over there. Because we know what's going to happen.
Runway 24 is clear. A burning Harrier is going for the apron.
Yeah, roger that. That's a fan. Wish me luck.
Actually, the Harrier's taken off on 2-1, not the apron.
Landing Harrier.
Oh, land.
It's on fire.
Ah, roger. He can land wherever he wants because he's injured. Alright, keep the witch's hat and the chevrons. Bring up the flaps.
On it. Good kill.
Put a bit of, okay, 2,000 feet.
Hammer is taking runway 1.4.
Reduce throttle.
Gap belay lost, your mortars appear to have gone MIA. Hammer taking off 2-4.
While we'd set up some bombsies. Well, they're rockets. Bombs. We want them in auto and we want them in instantaneous detonation, I think. Rockets.
Touching down on the apron.
Nothing.
Wish me luck, boys. B-man's in the danger zone.
Rockets. Air to ground. Master armor's already on.
Hammer. Target to the left. No, that's just a radar.
Map. Which I'm very disappointed in, as Razbam know when they've seen my video. He says, sorry, says Mr. Razbam, sorry, but this is the map we've got for now. Yeah, well, disappointment. Great disappointment. That's off because I haven't got that, that's on auto, that's switched up. We are pretty much ready, I think. A bit more brightness. We're ready to go back in.
Saber 2 has identified 6
Hey, has the Reapers been in touch with Devil Dog or vice versa? I don't know. We've been in touch with Wags.
You are not in that area.
Wags likes the Reapers, apparently.
We're on southwestern apron. Copy that, Saber 2.
Probably because
6 Mavericks number.
We've grown. Since I joined, we've grown. I don't mean in size. I mean we've got hundreds of people in the Discord, but we keep the membership down a little bit. You know, we can't have everybody flying, and we're about to open up again for recruitment. The Sluggers, which is our training wing, have extra people in. But we've grown as a team. We're gelling together. We're getting better at missions. We're putting out some great videos. I'm going to have to start doing videos myself now that 3 of my computers are updated. But mainly the computers I use like at my bedside, because I lie in bed a lot because of my health state. So having a good computer at my bed is good for doing that sort of thing. I wish I had another 16 gig of RAM on it though. I mean, this is the most powerful computer I've got here at the minute. The one by my bed is the second most powerful, then my laptop's the third most powerful. So I need to start doing some videos, I really do.
Chap, Sherman, once you've captured the airfield, if you could spare a mechanized unit to move up north and take out the F-300s and Tunguskers, because we're never going to be able to get airborne if they're covering the airfield.
Roger, will do. Give us 10 mics.
Okay, let's get this T-pod running.
V-man, be careful of the coastline. There's an SA-6 that I can't get a lock on.
We need to do the code.
Hey, 10, be advised, friendly mechanized units moving to the north of the airbase now.
I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, 5.
Airfield parameters, boundary.
7 flight, copy.
Flare, back to T-pod. Make sure TDT's on.
P-man, bombs away! P-man, bombs away!
Where?
Nice work, that man.
No, can't see F6. Who's that going in? That's Atomic. Where's Atomic?
P-man, almost taxi into the active.
That's Phantom Chaos. Where's Atomic? Who are these two? That's Gonzalo and Merlin.
Sakumi bomb destroyed.
German.
Well done,
that's Atomic.
Just about to enter the ridge.
P-man?
I can hold, so...
Oh, P-man went in to bomb Sakumi.
Right on the ridge. Well, that's where it was last time.
I'm going to go and play with
stuff up there.
Phantom then. I'll play with Phantom Chaos. Let's reduce my time.
I'm going back up that way.
Roger, I'll wait for you. I'm by the smoking first hillock. Holy shit, that was close.
Static approaching, good at it. Oh, I've got some marks on my bloody monitors. I thought that was a plane flying past. It's just a mark on my monitor. Static approaching, good at it. Multitasking.
Auntie, I'll need you in a minute, but let me just clear out these final Tunguskers.
Roger. That sounds like a droid. These are not the droids.
Shit, that was close.
You're looking for. Force Day. Is it Force Day? So, new Star Wars.
You're not the AI I'm looking for. May the Force be with you!
Camera's taking the active.
William Shatner. No, what sort of name is that? Is he an Essex lad?
Yes, I think
I'm going to go back to early warning.
Beam me up, Snotty. I rather like Orion. I don't think he gets me. Do you think I've got a chance, you know? Maybe not.
Remind me never to watch a movie in Glasgow, will you?
Who's in command?
I'm away.
Voice print recognized.
Oh,
thank you.
Forgot.
Requesting permission to come aboard.
I hope.
Can you describe what units they were?
Permission granted. That's Merlin and A10C.
I think there was one, it looked like a...
Whoa, we're in the clouds. Get out of the bloody clouds.
2 ground units, but onshore.
Was any of them just slightly north of the runway?
Negative. They were south side of the runway.
Roger, bear in mind there is a thriller north of the runway, we just can't find it.
Copy that, having a look.
North of the runway,
maybe out half a mile or so.
I'm up, I'm on my way back into the area.
I'm just over.
Oh, I'm really in the cloud, aren't I? Let's
Jack,
get
right,
down.
is RTB Winchester.
North of the runway.
I'm at
of the runway.
6,000 feet, turning onto course 150.
God, look at that wind.
I'm behind you, I'll find you. You stay with me.
Oh, that is terrible to look
yeah,
at.
I'm going up to 2,000 feet and I've got 120 at the minute.
What's that there? What's that there? What's that there? Oh, that's terrible to look at. Oh my God, I can see what people mean now.
Sam's out, Bernardo, get out of here. Tell you, Gumbo. It was man-powered, Cap's about to kill him.
Sorry?
Copy that. Tell you.
Where am I?
I've got you on my nose. We can catch up with you in a second.
Okay, Roger, yeah, I'll just keep going this way then.
Oh, you can see what they mean about the bloody, the infrared on the T-pod now is terrible. What have they done to it? That's absolutely ridiculous.
CV2, got a target just on the north side of the runway, just off the taxiway. Confirm myself.
Should be clear.
There's a couple of things there, look. What's that then? Oh yeah.
Hammer is coming for a pass over the airfield to see what we can weasel out of the enemy.
Oh, they might be ours. Static high speed past good data. Not that high, I'm only doing 400 knots.
Static, prepare to get shot. Missile out, missile out.
I think it got me.
Merlin, message.
Merlin, send.
I'm Cap and I'm sitting on top of a man pad that I can't kill because it's bugged in combined arms. Can you TGP can you put speed over here and come and kill him, please?
Great, we've got a bugged man pad.
Stand by.
Oh, that's me, good. What forces has he got? What's all this lot doing up here? What's that in the water for? That's a Bradley. What's a Bradley doing in the bloody water? Why are they all going in the water? Why hasn't he got them set to go on the roads? What about all these forces here? None of them moving. APCs, infantry, vehicle groups. Nothing's moving. Why has he got nothing moving? Jesus Christ, Cap. Fucking Nora. Cocked it up again, haven't we? Cap, how far your forces are going for a swim?
Roger, we've given up on those ones, we're just controlling R2. Well done, Merlin, he's out.
Copy that.
Alright, Hammer's going for a flyover, see what we can pick up. Zach, what else? Zach, what else? Yep, do that, and I'll pick up any struggling AAA.
Well, there's a lot of it, because I got hit by 2 missiles coming up, so...
I think that man pad was the last thing. We should be able to have men landing soon.
Yeah, but manpads can't fire 2 missiles in
That's
quick
why
succession.
we're doing the flyover to confirm
like
that.
a 4-minute reload or something.
What's your ingress? Which way are you coming from?
F5Es. F5s.
Cap, they're coming from the water. I think they're going to be going north. Coming from the south.
Well, those afterburners should make a really nice target.
Can't see anything firing. Hey, there's one more Strela that you're heading into, Sherman. Prepare to bank left. Alright, I'm back in. It did not fire. Tally, I think I've seen it. I think I've seen it. On the way.
Enemy friendly ground forces south of Kudata.
Cap slightly out to the southwest.
Phantom Chaos. Phantom weapons. Where's Phantom Chaos at?
Sherman, I think right.
Oh, he's heading back to.
I have a rifle on the gun, 23.
Sherman, I think you can try landing at Granada from the sea.
Shot.
Well, I can take off and land at
Sherman,
Granada.
you just suggest?
Take.
Yeah, I've got you. Just trying to do comms with my guy.
But I'm dead now.
Cap Saber 2, I can see a truck with looks like a radar dish just near the north part of the runway. Is that friendly or enemy?
That's part of the
airfield. Yeah, that's airfield support.
Copy that.
He should have moved all these forces with him. Set them to move on road or on land.
Okay, someone come down the land, I'll meet you on the runway in my tank.
Well, I suppose I don't suppose there's mine being taken off. I'll not be able to use any weapons and not take it off. Because I'm down.
On the break.
Just put the generators on.
Warning. Copy that. I'll fly top cover, see if anything's shooting.
I'll come and land, but I can't do anything. Can't take any missiles.
Sachi traffic, chaos inbound for landing, runway 26.
Chaos P-Man, be aware vegan on downwind for runway 24.
Copy.
Really have the generators on. Puts extra loading on the turbines at start, but can't bothered. Game over, innit?
Welcome in, Hogs. Beautiful day.
Copy that, just doing a flyby.
P-Man base, Sochi runway 24, full stop.
Don't you hit my tank, Sherman.
I'm at the end of here, I could take off from here, couldn't I? I'd probably get in trouble, but it's only to give Cappies good
no one firing at Gudada anymore.
If you know what I mean.
We've landed at Gudada, Sherman's down, we've secured Gudada, it's ours. We're going to land, and then we're going to make an advance on the S-300 site.
Roger that.
Jesus. This thing doesn't have to jump into the air when you've got no load on it. Crying out loud.
Yeah, it's on the brake.
Social traffic, P-man clear, runway 24.
Come and take him off.
Right, I'll bring you to a stop here and rearm. My tank is bigger than your jet, Sherman. Say again. My tank is bigger than your jet.
I was actually hoping to get home in time to fly.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. In fact, come to think of it, that tank actually has a jet engine.
I never got a chance. So.
Over. Missile, missile, missile. Missile, missile, missile.
We've got a Strela here, we've got a Strela. Cap's gonna go find it.
I think that's a Tunguska. There's one next.
Everyone back away from Gudala, we've got live Tunguska slash Strela.
There's a Tunguska next to it, right to the southeast.
I've got no armament whatsoever now.
Unless you've already got that one.
What's Gudada's runway?
That one's been shagged. Hey, fine. Missile launch came from
33 and 15.
Chaos on final, runway 24.
On me.
Warren, if you can get another missile out, that'll be very helpful.
33
Say again, Chairman, you got stepped off. Where did that missile come from? Somewhere between north and bearing 03 from the airfield, at least from my position.
Cap's on the way, if you can get another missile out, it'll be very useful.
Wow, bad lucky spike.
Oh, Warrington.
So we've been privy to a couple of bits of information, which
Alright, I
can't tell you, and they're really, really cool.
It's sitting north of the town you're about to drive through. You need to get across the river and into the open fields to the north of the village.
I suppose I could tell you.
Roger, heading that way. We just lost a plane in front of me.
ED have been testing AI landing on the carriers, apparently.
That's him out now, isn't it?
And refining it. So when that new carrier's released, the 18 will land on it as AI.
I strongly suggest you wave off.
The first snippet. We've known this for weeks now, but... Who's that down there? Sherman.
Saber 2 has tally.
Oh, it's bloody lightning, man.
Is that the ground unit in question?
AFM.
Come on.
Saber 2, rifle.
Sashi traffic, Chaos final, runway 06.
What's good out of runways again? 15.
Landing gear, landing gear.
Static finals good out of 15. Static finals good.
Don't forget the undercarriage. That was so embarrassing.
God, this crosswind. That's the only runway as well. Ooh, we're not allowed to land in this sort of.
Okay, guys, the tanks are going to start heading north towards the other side. You guys, Just get ready, we can't use you yet though.
I'm being fired on north of the runway.
Yeah, Roger, we've got enemy units down there. I've got a, firing from next to the bridge. Can you get it, Merlin? Stand by.
Oh god, there's loads of them!
BTRs firing on static from the front as well. There's BTRs in the village. Go defense to static, you're not going to make it if you keep going this slow.
There are loads of ground defences down here, guys. Why haven't they not been cleared out?
There's a plat. Break, there is a...
Grenada's clear, is it? Well done, guys. Fuck's sake. Grenada is not clear. That's not Grenada, that's Shuchi. And where's the ground forces? Our ground forces are still where they landed. How fucking stupid is that? Let's go in there with 2 tanks. Yeah, great. Wonderful. That's just stupid. That is just absolutely stupid. Well, that's completely game over for me. I can't go back in now. I'll go back to there. But I'm out. That's me done. I can't go back in at all now. I was just ferrying an aircraft. That's just ridiculous.
Copy that, Blasty, yep.
Why didn't our ground forces not go into Gudada? Again, this is the second time this has happened.
Neither did we. That's why it happened. Well done, Gumbo.
But we did this
2 down.
in day 4, and then we ran day 4.
I'm going to make an emergency takeoff and go after the stuff hunting us near the air.
And in the rerun of day 4, we moved all our forces and we took the data. And here we are, day 5, and we still haven't moved our forces. So what we learnt in the rerun of day 4. Alright. Hi Tripod, where you been, man? Ah dear. Let's have a look. Let's follow.
Bloody those wheels. Remember, Sherman, there was a 100 meters west of that bridge was a S-33. Snakes and completely copy my house to the game up, me. Copy. Going back round on them now.
And of course the Mavericks don't work in the bloody Harrier, do they? Or I could have stood off and fired Mavericks at them.
Right, I'm gonna go get this airframe repaired.
Let's follow, let's first go directly for a minute, but not that far out. It's a bit less noisy. Not in the clouds, please.
Does anyone know where the S-300 is, roughly?
Oh, somebody's being hit down now. Oh, dear, dear, dear.
Cap Chaos, I believe I might have gotten the S-300's radar, because I did check it, what looked like a radar antenna. It was south of Gadada. Shotgun.
Yeah, Dumbo, you're back. Look at the holes. Oh, I don't think he's going to make it. I don't think he's going to make it. No, he's going to get shot at. You see.
Bastards at the airfield wouldn't prepare me, so I have got myself prepared at a different airfield.
He's gone. That's his night over as well then.
Cap, airfield is still red. You need to drive ground units on it to change it blue, then we'll be able to use it.
Oh, bollocks, okay. Speak to what you can find there, with it, mate.
It's getting tense with this. If they can find a ground
your APCs to do as well, your tanks to clean up. Hello, how are you?
Yeah, but that's the problem. The APCs and that are all the way over here. They haven't moved. I mean, look at all these ground forces here. They just have not moved at all. Oh,
okay, you guys ready for some serious cruise missiles?
They're APCs. They are infantry with M4s.
Oh, you'd never asked, Cap.
And they've not moved.
Right, just getting the coordinate from Thingy's map.
And these lot have stopped.
Hey man, do you have coordinates of the S300 still?
They're infantry.
I marked them.
That's infantry, that's stopped.
Yeah, but how accurate are those marks?
They're infantry, they've stopped.
Probably two within one.
They're APCs.
I can give you coordinates if need.
These are Bradleys in the water.
Yeah, go slow, get me a coordinate and I'll bomb that site.
And they're Bradleys as well.
Coordinate north 4312
Oh, that's long as war was on. At least we'll be able to see the red unit.
04 116.
Jump.
So how many A10s we got now? That's an A10. That's an A10. That's a Harrier with atomic in it. That's an A10. That's an A10. Still got 4 A10s and 1 Harrier left.
Have a rifle, S300. And ground forces you bypass.
Yeah, you've just driven past all the ground forces.
One AI killed about one RPG-16 killed about the
No. Hospital, yeah, I had to go to the hospital.
I was referring to the platoon
good
of
result,
tanks.
not a great result, but a good result.
Where are they?
Things are being done now, so.
Village just... Yeah, they said I don't drown them in the sea.
Well, I've just made an appointment to see the doctor for Tuesday morning.
East.
Because my doctor
East coordinate is 0404116.
Still not had anything from the physiotherapist about me back on my shoulder. And it's been weeks.
Sending tomahawks out.
So I'm going back to my doctor and going to say, hey, look, they said do this, but they haven't done anything. Get me doctors to phone them up and give them a kick. I mean, they even asked me for my email address so they can send me stuff through an email, and I verified my email address because they send you have to verify usual shit. I verified it and I had nothing. That was before Easter when I had that appointment.
Yeah, LA, stroke 10 down, excellent.
14 months, what to see a doctor?
Search traffic, Saber 2 inbound from the southeast.
I could have had an appointment tomorrow morning, but I'm so knackered I didn't want to do it. Thought I'd take Tuesday instead. First appointment on Tuesday. Well, nothing much is happening here, is it? Tommy's just going to go round and round and round in circles because he won't be able to see anything without a teapot. Oh, 14 months for physiotherapy. Well, they gave me a letter to phone up.
Hello, Inhat, SA300.
And they said, do you want to come in for an appointment to see a physiotherapist, or do you want a phone call? And I said, well, I want sorted out. She says, well, you just get asked the same questions whether you come in or get a phone call. I said, I don't want questions, I want treatment. She says, oh, just work like that. Questions first.
Just watch for Tunguskis.
So I might as well do it on the phone then. Save me petrol money.
Let it go. Keep dodging, AAA going up still.
Where?
Missile out, hello, it's not for you actually. Tunguska out for someone, oh no, hello's out. Still too dangerous, guys. It's still too dangerous to go for the S300.
Oh, is it over
hello,
there?
put it down, we'll come and rescue you in the tanks. Tommy, armored units to kill those launchers. Be patient guys, don't go in anymore.
Oh, what was that?
Along that ridge, north of the S300 are man pads as well.
Something went up against him.
You clear, you guys clear. And he was just west of the S300s around that area. Alright, we're only 6 miles out, tanks will be there in a jiffy.
Well, ski, I've got my one on the S300 as well, I'm just waiting for my match to align.
That didn't work, did it? Bloody hell. Dave could go for a bloody walk. Down, boy. Let's go on an airplane that's less noisy. That's an F5. Where's he going? Out to sea. Okay. Oh, he's going back home. I wonder if the guys are in Bridgeport. Nori's there, Hello's there, Kumbo's there. Because that's better, because Cap's in charge of the frickin' combined arms tonight.
Yeah, Tom, just north of where you are, you might encounter a man pad in that area.
Roger,
I can't go fishing for that today. Charlie Cloud fired, looks like friendly troops are in contact.
Oh, they're starting to move, but they're still stuck on a building. They've hit a building and stopped. Instead of walking around it.
On downwind from runway 24.
Them as well. They've hit a building and stopped.
Is in
so you've got to tell them to go around the building.
Or BTRs.
And then we've got some APCs. I don't know where they're actually going, but man, like Gudada is still red.
Engaged defensive. Enemy units are firing from various villages.
Maybe I should come in from the sea and land over it. What do you reckon?
The villages along the south coast need to be checked for enemy infantry and vehicles. Get the Hawks to help you there, Sherman. Say again. Get the Hawks to help you with it. Alright, if I can get the A-10s TGPing the villages searching for contact. Nice one.
I'll ask. Shy Ben gets nowed. I'm out of lives now. Would you like me to ferry aircraft down to Gudada?
Sounds good. Static.
Okie doke.
Sochi traffic, Sabre 2, turning on finals, runway 24.
I get a chance.
Approach from the south. Approach from the south.
So I get a chance to.
Turn on the hitch static then.
Warning, 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 warning.
I get the chance to ferry then.
Taking a hit and lost.
Is there a loadout for ferry?
Fuel. Shuttle scale west, this town you wanted to look for stuff in?
I think that'll be it. No.
I've lost my primary radio as well.
Request rearming.
Just do that.
Copy. Oh fuck, I'm quickly losing all of my fuel. Going in for an emergency landing at Gudada.
Uh-oh. Speed up. Generators on.
Dead stick. Search traffic, runway vacate. Rearming complete.
Two more. That one there. And down there.
Sure, it's going to have to do a dead stick landing under fire.
Can the Harrier only land on carriers vertically? No, you can land slowly.
Note the villagers dotting the south coast. There are enemy BTR forces in there. Each of those has to be cleared. I'll do that. Good luck, gotta take off. Make sure you get some units on that base so we can turn it blue. Yeah, hey man. Send. I've marked on the map a location of BTRs that were firing at Sherman as he was landing. They're northeast of Gadata, northwest of Gadata, east of Bradley's. They're approaching. The Bradleys are going to get ambushed. Can we get Cat in on that? Ski searching.
Oh, blimey.
Tell me where we're in.
This wind is incredibly bad. Sorry, I haven't given you much outside views ever, really. Crabbing! Now it's crabbing in the wind!
I think that's blasted, it's getting destroyed.
Oh, it's terrible. It's this crabbing, it's, let's put it on nav and let's have a look and see what the wind is like. Look at the wind marker, it's way over to my right. So, this is where I've got the nose pointing, but this is where my airplane's heading.
Hello, you on com?
I don't need it in cruise, I'll just leave it in auto.
You just have to go.
Let's put some early warning on, let's stick the bloody map on, because, map.
Come over in ferry.
Don't need data.
Taxi into the active Sochi.
Oh, we've got rockets, haven't we?
Sochi traffic, tail is entering runway 24 for takeoff.
Let's put those rockets on.
Hello, sorry, I'm late to the party.
Okay, one more. So be very, very careful.
All I can really do is ferry stuff, so I can't really engage. damn shame. Right, that's what's good at it.
Yeah, you man.
15. So we're gonna go
Target's
15.
located. You're 9 o'clock in between the two towns. Are created amongst buildings. Search for 2 targets destroyed. Targets west of smoke. Copy west of smoke.
Data airfield. Let's bring that up then. So we've got no ILS or anything.
Being very taking the active stage for takeoff.
So entry from west is from the point on this map here.
Yep. Sherman?
That's where I enter.
Yeah, I got shot down. My pilot's managed to eject, but he was coming into fire from units between me and Gudada. Roger, unfortunately you can't take fire anymore unless you've got combined arms. I could do with a tank to come and help me.
No, I could get an combined arms.
I do know it, but what I would suggest is try and get your fleet into gun range. You've got some conventional artillery guns and some of it for your fleet.
Back off the throttle now.
Sky, target update. Targets are currently east of your location. Search for smoke on outskirts of 2 small villages.
It's a bit difficult landing in that crab lake. Is this an update? No, we've been waiting for an update. We thought we were going to get one today, but maybe Friday. But we definitely need an update because the servers are all breaking. Oh, you've never really watched the Reapers then? There's a YouTube video I put out called Mirage Hairy Landing. You want to have a look at that one? That was one of our very overcast days where you could only see 50 feet off the ground or something. I had to use the Mirage's sort of very clever landing system, which didn't really work that day. There's our fleet. There's Godada over there. We lost a couple of ships in the last mission.
Search traffic, Saver 2, entering and rolling on runway 25.
Where's our other carrier gone? We had 3 carriers.
Identify enemy PTR.
What's he done with our carriers? We didn't lose a carrier.
Tally fire.
Yeah, I think it's called Mirage Hairy Landing or something. You wanna I mean, if you want to hear me giggle. Because how the hell I ever landed that Mirage, I will never know. Especially if you see some of my most recent landings.
The big fire or the small fire?
Why do I keep turning right?
Small fire east of location, marked on map.
Salty sticks. There we go, salty sticks.
Okay, it's ready for tasking.
Go and help out, blast these illuminating targets and showing targets.
Roger.
That's good, I don't know.
Search traffic, runway vacated.
Oh, lag.
Last year, where do you need support?
Oh, come on.
They're still in that village.
This lag thing is terrible. They're trying to fix it, but they can't pin it down.
Give them GRS from.
They don't know what's causing it.
Skate, you are currently overflying target. You are overflying target. I'm looking there.
Oh, right, yeah. Right in the middle there. Never mind, the ground forces will be there soon.
If you want me to weasel them, I can do that.
Oh, he's sending something out.
Yeah, Taylor's coming in for a recon run.
I'm coming in for a landing.
Visual.
There he is, he's gunning me now.
Taylor's going in.
seen it. What do you think?
Say again, pass message.
How I got that bloody thing on the ground, I'll never know.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Okay, let's go to Vistal. Oh god, I'm being pushed right off. Right off. With the wind.
Come clear. Steer right.
Bloody Nora.
Steer's going in for second attack ram.
Jesus, look at me crabbing here. No. Oh, the lag.
Cap has reached S300 site.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Lots
can't
of
land like this.
anti-aircraft defense. Coming to one more BMP type vehicle, very close to buildings. Taylor Fisher going in.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Careful, 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 careful. Stay upright, you bitch. Quick, 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 shut your engine down. There's no fire suppression.
Missed.
Warning.
Ah, no, died. Can't land a Harry on that runway, not like that. God's sake. Crying out loud. This is why you can't land a Harrier in more than a 20 knot crosswind. I don't know what the crosswind there is. But that's ridiculous. I mean, look at the rain, look at which way the rain's running. What I should have done is landed on that little piece there. No way to land on that.
So good news, bad news situation. Good news, the infantry have, at least some of them have finally figured out how to walk past the building and are on the way to
I'm dead.
Attack. Bad news is that most of the tanks have been destroyed apart from 3.
I think that's
no problem, I'm destroying S300 site, that's all we need to do.
I've still got my radio on.
There's a lot of letters to write to their mama's cat. I'll do it, I'm used to it for doing it for you boys. Copy and paste. Copy and paste. Dear Mrs. Atomic. Oh, tail is hit, bailing. Now, what did we speak about, Tail?
Unless I could land on that, on the
BMP,
slow enough.
On the village.
You now want a parachute area? Well, there is a parachute area. I thought if I switched the engine off, it would stop the fire, which it did, but I still died. Well, this has scratches on the canopy, and if you zoom in to something far away, the scratches are so intense you can't see through the bloody canopy. So people are moaning about it. I thought it was rain streaks at first,
flight
scratches.
finals, Godard from the south. Dagger flight rolling runway 24.
Who's coming in? The crosswind at Godard is bad.
Where's looking at the town? Are there any more APCs you can see?
Really insane. I should have aborted that and come in and landed on that.
Sorry, yeah. Any more APCs in that area?
Should I try it again?
Not that I can see. I'm going to jump into combined arms on the
Any news on my Achilles? No, my Achilles is just
hunting. Get some lasers on.
Look at that! See what I mean about crabbing? Look at that! Yeah, my Achilles is arthritis. There's nothing to do about it. Except replace it. And they won't do that.
We need to have blue friendly ground units on the airfield for it to change to blue. Can someone sort that out? 20 miles away. Roger, will do. Give me a moment.
Well, he managed to make it down. I'm going to get back in another airplane.
2 AI Abrams to move over there.
I'm going to do it again. To hell with it. Why not? We're not actually fighting. Which I think is what their biggest problem with this is, isn't it? It's fighting. You can't fight. So... well, let's start the engine for crying out loud. Come on, get the thing on. Come on, beep beep beep. Don't beep beep then. Can't hear with the damn canopy shut, can you? I'll put that one on. Generators. External lights, thank you for that one. No external lights. Yeah. And I don't know what we're going to take down there this time. See, if you're on the Mirage, it says ferry. What's standoff? No, that's not standoff. It's rockets. That's the wrong one. Oh, Mavericks. Area suppression. Cluster bombs. Let's just take a load of cluster bombs. And let's go with My Little Pony. Thank you, Cutlass, for My Little Pony.
Request rearming.
Might as well.
Copy.
My Little Pony. You really want the Eurofighter Typhoon? Well, you can't, because VO are not making it anymore. They had a beta out in 2009, you know, with the Typhoon. But Eagle Dynamics want to know every little bit of code that you're using. Now, VO have got this, so VAEO, as they call themselves. They are under contract with BAE, so they have NDAs and stuff with BAE. And the systems that they were modelling in the Typhoon in software that Typhoon
Rearming
has,
complete.
They can't tell Eagle Dynamics how they've done it because it's secret. But Eagle Dynamics want to know everything, so they've pulled out making the Typhoon, and nobody else will be able to make it because BAE and VO have contracts. So 2009, if you have a look on the forums, you'll find there is a bit where they have a beta and a link to the beta so that you can actually play the beta Typhoon, which you can't because it's no longer there, but it is still on the forums from 2009. Pain in the ass, really. But it's like we've been told. I mean, we had a big conversation with the 3 devs that I know of that are in GrimReapers, and they were saying that nearly every software house in Eagle Dynamics are just part-time programmers. Razbam, he's a part-time programmer. Hebler, Leatherneck, Polychop, VO, they're all part-time programmers for ED. They don't full-time program. I think Belsemic, they do it full-time. And of course the Eagle Dynamics people, I think they've got 17 people working full-time for Eagle Dynamics. But everybody else are just part-timers. They do this in their spare time, so that's why it takes so long for modules to come out. That's why it takes so long for testing and stuff like that. So, you know, you just gotta put up with it. You know, it's amazing, really. So, but you know, well, slow down here, slow down. There's somebody in front of me. I can't bloody see him. Figured. Yeah, BAE made the Hawk. Lots of countries fly the Hawk. Saudi Arabia, South Africa, America. America fly the Hawk. The American Navy fly the Hawk. They call it the... what do they call it? Damn, I can't remember now. We talk about it all the time. But they, I forget what they call it. It's not the Seahawk. What do they call the bloody thing? Damn, you know, I can't remember. Stupid. We were just talking about it all the bloody time, and I can't remember what the Americans call their hawk. Oh, I need my radios, don't I? Forgot about my radios. So what's he doing then?
Wait one. Right, so from pretending to be in your position, I see as your crewman, I think I see a ZG-23 behind you.
Don't know what you're waiting for, but I'm going.
Down next to the tree line. Direct front, just come over the crest of the hill in front of you and you should see him. Off your 1 o'clock.
Whoa, hang on, I've got
in front of the tree line.
Shit, do not fall over! What are you doing, falling over? This is doing this all on its own. Because of this bloody crosswind.
Okay, Cap's going to drop the tank here, then I'm going to take control of the fleet.
That bloody crosswind was knocking me off all the time.
Suicide rifle.
Damn. Goshawk, that's it. Goshawk. I can never remember its name, you know. So my memory's going. I have to get out the house. They told me today that if I stay in the house like I have, because I haven't left the house since February, and before that I haven't really left the house in a whole year. I sit at home in these 4 walls, I don't go anywhere. Don't do
There's a lesson to be learned from
what
this
they're saying is
defense in depth works.
solitude breeds depression.
Well done, Sky, that's this 300 meters out.
If I'm in the house all by myself all the time,
Roger.
in these 4 walls,
Okay,
my brain
now, Sherman.
adjusts to the 4 walls. I need to get out and sit in a field, apparently.
Yeah, Roger.
So that my brain
you send the
increases
fleet
usefulness, if you like. That's why my memory's going.
Hang on, wait.
Apparently. It's really strange, it's really weird what
for about 8 nautical miles.
I know! It's got bloody training wheels, or kiddie wheels as I call them. I bet they're broken for mine now. Yeah, they're broken. On the British Harriers, the GL7, where the wheels are, is an extra pylon for air-to-air missiles. They can have an extra missile pylon. Especially designed for sidewinders. So I don't know why the Americans don't have. Can't understand why they don't take advantage of that. Just seems silly, doesn't it, really? Now this is going to be an interesting landing because I've broken it. So I'm going to come into the wind and I'm going to land it slowly. Which means as I approach Gudada I'm going to have to dump fuel like mad. In fact, I need to dump some weapons, don't I, really? Oh god, I brought far too much with me.
P-Man, Tally, Saber 2's overhead, 4 tasking if required.
No, we'll leave them on safe. We'll drop 2
Saber
at
2,
a time.
P-Man, there are a number of BTRs south of my location on the outskirts of Burning Smoke. I'm trying an attack run from the north. I have identified 2 units so far.
There you go. That should do. That should light me up a bit. Right, how far am I from Gudada then? Not that far. Start dumping fuel. I dumped to about £3,000.
I can't get them moving or firing, Sherman. I think they're fucked. They won't fire from that range if they can't move, so be it. The attack target's button's broken as well. Bit of a shame we could have used the gun support into the towns.
Ew, it's a bit funny this. Look at that, bouncy would be down. Why is it bouncy?
At this time, we still have units engaging sporadic BMPs in the villages where I was shot down earlier. Our tanks are also firing at Gudata now.
I have to,
Cap, take a look at P-Man, he's coming in for an attack run.
I'm gonna have to land on that.
From his plane. I'm running away. Oh yeah, on that left down. Oh, you got it. Got him. Gudata is now blue. Gudata is now blue. Oh, landing without everyone. I'm gonna go and ferry Harrier across.
That's gonna be fun.
Word of warning required upon when landing from runway 15, land on runway 13. P-Man, I've got eyes on a unit below you. Do you want me to try and guide you in?
No, what am I landing on down here again? Oh, I'm not landed there, I'm landing over there.
Cap, I've already got one unit in sight. I'll redirect onto that one in a second. Roger, I'll keep it in tally.
Got to land on that over there. So I've still got to travel a bit. I've got to land on that, haven't I?
P-Man, rifle.
It's the only place to land. Into the wind. Well, actually, I seem to be going into the wind now. Is that just because I'm flying this way?
I just realised they're all dead, they're all dead. Everything.
Landing there would be good, but I'm going to have to land there before these lot get there. Well, I don't know. Let's put the nozzles back to 50 degrees, 55.
Cap, if you've got vectoring for one more target, I've got a couple of mans left. Yep, just hold.
Got to get down. Slower.
One man then. Tommy. Send. Turn left 90 degrees and plough forward. I'm guiding you to a target. Maybe that's... Which is it you that's next to some tree? Are you turning now? Roger. Yep, turn left 90 degrees and I'm going to turn you into a target and I'll get the big one in there in a minute. Cap, I flew directly over APTR. Verifying the status and making sure it's blue. Good data is blue. Yes, we've mentioned this several times.
Caution, caution.
Right.
Yeah, but someone just said so.
That's the fuel where it's supposed to be then. I'm still not coming in where I want to come in though. The wind is still pushing me off.
Can you come back, Atomic? Atomic left, 30 degrees.
Slow down. Why am I not slowing down? Well, there's the flaps gone down.
P-Man, if you can turn one on Atomic and look at me ahead of him, get ready there. Right next to the control tower. Atomic, on your nose is a hostile BMP, quarter of a mile. Slightly 10 degrees left. I think that's one I've just dropped in one cap. Roger, everything with coordinates on is a standby.
Decided to do a Windows update and is restarting. Yep. Thank you very much, Windows. Jesus, I hate Windows for doing that.
Continue. Is there anyone near that cat? You got him, and our friend is half a mile away. Copy.
7 degrees on the nozzles.
Why is the infantry going back? Bug. Okay guys, I think we've done it. I can't find any more mechanized units. I think as long as we land from the south, we can all land at Grenada. And job done. P-Man, rifle.
Down to 105
Cap Coffee wants to know when you've nearly finished. Friendly fire. Oh dear. P-Man! Didn't show up on the map. It didn't look like one of theirs. Oh, well, never mind. I was wondering where you were shooting it. Okay guys, land at Grenada and we'll meet up there on the taxiway. There's something down there because it shot at me as I came past. There are definitely still things down there, I just can't tell you where they are without cheating. Yeah, literally
Shit, not again!
Twice, and if it isn't that, it's something right next to it that's shot at me.
No, come on. Oh, today's been really, really pissing me off.
You're going to have to work on memory to try and figure out where the remaining enemies are. You better do it quickly because the infantry are coming in.
Enough. I'm done. I'm done. Give me more F2s. Give me somebody else. That's me finishing this stupid run. I mean, I seemed to be coming into the wind, but I couldn't slow down. I was at 70 degrees on the nozzles. I should have been nearly stood still. I was still doing 100 and God knows what knots.
Chap, should we get some more aircraft over to Delta?
Wind. Actually, where is everybody else?
Chap, I reckon we just give people a land, right? Roger. Also, to answer your question about the infantry going east and northwards, they're on a follow road command, so they're following the only road that will take them towards Gudata, which takes them east and north first. Roger.
They're still not there yet? Oh, God's sakes.
243 check. Copy. Blasty, do you want to occupy one of those Abrams on the
but Gudata
runway
is blue.
And meet us on the runway?
And I am there, look. I am still there. I can't be still alive. It says I'm alive. What if I can ask for repair? No, that's not working. No, I can't. I'm definitely dead, aren't I? I have to be dead. Yeah. I can't ask for repair or anything. Can I eject? No, I can't even eject. I'm sure I'm dead. Oh. Looks like somebody else has crashed. See, he still stood there. No. Or has he gone on the grass? There's nobody else on the server.
Yep, go to Granada. Sochi traffic, P-man, initials runway 24, full stop.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Wrong runway, P-man. Can't land it, get out of it. All the supplies and everything for the vegans are at Sochi.
Oh, I've clicked the wrong button. Shit. Why can't I hear anybody on Discord? Shit. Just want to listen to them on the radio. You're having confusion about targeting brevity codes. Why? Brevity codes are quite simple, plain and straightforward. Why they have to have different names for different things, I don't know. But
Copy 73. 432 left of the final bearing. 200 left.
first. I'll never do it. Every tactical decision right now would be if the enemy occupied the airfield, assault and knock out their vehicle, the aircraft on the ground.
What are you doing? Like we see them.
You man go around Sochi.
Yeah, you got no chance of landing that there. What, on the map or in your cockpit? On the map it's easy. On the map you tick the button that has 2 vertical lines.
I am also
and 2
curious
arrows.
about how we handle dealing with reinforcements.
Right click and then right click somewhere
We're gonna
else
need more tanks.
and it tells me that's 10.71 nautical miles, a heading of 125 degrees. In the cockpit of what? Every aircraft's different. Who's that there? Skidraki's managed to land his. Mind you, they're much easier to land.
Cap's taken off from Sochi and is on route to Grenada.
I can't help you with the F5. I've got it, but I haven't flown it very much, especially air to air.
Sherman, what's up, Warren? Are you referring to Grenada as well, or no?
The thing about the F5, which I can't understand why they don't do it here, right? The
I was shut down, so I don't think I can. Besides, my guy managed to eject and made a run back to Gudata.
Let me turn these down a bit.
Yeah, you got to import Pierre over. Pierre's not available. He's currently sorting out the acquisition of some new aircraft. Said it would take several months.
Right, I'll turn them down a bit.
Traffic, chaos on final runway 3.
The F5, I don't know what the cost is, but the F5 costs about a quarter or a fifth of the price of an F-15. The idea behind the sales of the F5, because they sold bucket loads of them. They sold thousands of F5s. The idea behind the F5s is you've got a lot of aircraft in the air at the same time. 1 F-15 or 5 F-5s. That was the idea behind the F5. You could get a lot of small aircraft up as a flight compared with 1 aircraft like with an F-15. And that's why so many small countries bought the F5. They bought it in bucket loads. In fact, the very last F5 they made, they put an F-18 engine in it. Took the 2 little engines out, because I think they're helicopter engines, aren't they? They took the 2 little engines out. They put 1 big F-18 engine in with a bit of vectored thrust and shit like that. Bigger wings, more pylons and stores, better radar. But they only ever made 1 because by that time the F-16 was out and people were looking at the F-16 and stuff because that was cheaper than the F-15. And you could get 2 or 3 of those, you know. But so the idea behind the F5 was a mass attack, basically. You get a lot of fighters in the air. That's it. And we don't do that. We get 2 or 3 to play cap instead of 10. Which is what they were designed for.
Driving traffic. Chaos on fire.
Oh, hang on, who's that with him? That Warren that's behind him.
You have to do vertical. To land an area in these conditions, basically you have to land it vertically and you have to point your nose into the wind. It wasn't pretty. Ended up in the grass.
I've done it twice.
Get out of traffic on final. Just turn off the engine and let the rain do the rest.
The F-20. I don't know what F-20 is. What's F-20? Never heard of it. They used to call Phantom Smoky Joes. Because their engines were always smoking. I'll have to stop eating these bloody salty pretzels. Right, yeah. That one's empty. That's 3. I've only got 3 left. 3 left! So, the laptop has decided to reboot itself. Windows bloody updates. Pain in the arse. Oh, an update to Adobe Flash Player is available. I'm not surprised, it's full of holes. Hackers are getting into it. It's like Drupal. Have you seen the Drupal a number of times? Then they fixed it and it got hacked straight away. So they've got another fix out for it. Don't use Drupal. As soon as the exploit was put up on the website, loads of Drupal websites got hacked. Yes, install the optional McAfee security. No! Don't want McAfee security, thank you very much. I pay for AVG, why would I want to get McAfee? To proceed, open your download folder. Click on install. Of course now I've got to shut down Firefox, so it won't install while Firefox is running. Where's Cap? Oh yeah, he's doing what I was doing. Come on, mate. Finish Adobe Flash. Great. And now it opens up Firefox to say, I've installed it for you!
Traffic warrant turning base for runway 3.
Ah, dear me. Windows updates. All that crap.
Traffic warrant.
going backwards. Picked up one, Darren. The late one,
Last man down, come on, let's go. Runway 33 vacated.
Who's the last man down? I'm as soon farmed out as I can. I can't see anybody.
I was the sole vegan. So I decided to see how big my test was. And I ignored the data and I went to that bomb security number. What about 16 bombs on the run?
By the way, Reds and like we saw the Reds.
The Reds, the weather was such that it was outside the permits of their aircraft, so they weren't flying. Because it was 25 knots, gusting 40, which was above the parameters for the MiG-21. So they decided that due to weather, they were going to not fly.
Okay.
Really weird.
Blues, being the reckless, foolhardy, fun guys that we are, flew anyway.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome back. So that's the end of the mission. Quite a lot of us got shot down, as you can see. But on the plus side, we did do some good work. We destroyed the S300 site. Finally, we cleared Guadada Air Base. Finally, and we've captured it. So happy with that. Tomorrow we're going to have to clear some smaller pockets of armoured resistance just north the airfield. But otherwise, we're all good. So on 3, we're going to celebrate by full power and eject.
We lost where we were. Then,
amount of aircraft we wait for full power.
I managed to land it, so I took off.
3.
Got 12 out of 16 bombs landed on Takumi's runway.
Oh, that's good.
Let's get rid of SRS, we don't need that.
The runway is pretty shagged.
Yeah, good. And then we got Guadada as well.
Sorry, Atomic.
I watched you finish that run, and that was pretty fucking ace when all those bombs hit the runway.
Did you get it on your stream?
I would have, but I forgot to turn off the starting page, so people just got to listen to my mic and the desktop audio. Not see anything. So for 2.5 hours or however long. So I'm a fucking idiot.
Can't see the. Oh, there it is. Right,
hey, P-Man.
They thought it was a night op.
I see you in the grief hole real quick before Cac does the debrief.
Sure. Cap, we'll be back in a second. Don't start without me.
Roger.
Right, so
I hated how all the tanks.
I see Shifty's finally installed the beta.
Themselves.
So annoying, isn't it? Like you have to constantly mother them, otherwise. Anyway, whatever.
Hopefully we'll get an update in a couple of days.
So what I can tell you is the remaining.
Because the OBS is not recording, so we'll be in a second. Come on, why are you so slow?
Don't know if he's still streaming this, but I will stream the debrief for you.
Cap, sorry for my little retardedness on.
You did have retardedness, didn't you, Cal? Roger. Okay, hello, welcome back. So to the debrief, we did pretty good, I reckon. We got rid of the S300 site. We got Guadada. We worked out some pockets of ground resistance around Guadada, although there's probably a bucket load more stuff to go. What else do you see, Sherman, out there?
So, reports on the Hellhounds are there. 3 of their tanks pushed through and captured Guadada. We have the final 2 APCs are pushing into Guadada as well, although the remainder were in contact and presumably knocked out by anywhere up to a tank platoon in the 2 villages just northeast of Guadada.
I wish I had a map to show you.
Hellhounds infantry reports that they have set up just west of that first village, and another group has engaged and captured an enemy mortar position north of the first group. The other 2 are taking a walk along the road for some reason.
Lots of AT work to be done by the sounds of it.
Well,
okay.
Yes.
that's that. There are still some Tunguskas and stuff around the S300 that I couldn't get my tank to. Anything else?
Actually, yes. I lone wolfed a vegan mission round the back and up through the mountains and dropped down east of Sukumi and managed to land between 10 and 12 bombs on Sukumi's runway, knocking it out of action.
Boom,
yeah, I'm looking at it now, actually.
Oh, right, I'll have to capture that on the camera.
I count in the runway 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 craters on the runway, 2 on the adjacent taxiway, and 2 on the grass next to it. So
Why is it
that's
tell people on
halfway
live
the
in
runway.
media, not in public
So
caps
if there's something that requires more than half of the runway to take off, then they aren't going anywhere, and they definitely aren't landing.
Everything that Red gets, basically. Cool. What a handsome mission. As soon as Reds aren't flying, lols. Right. Okay, well...
technically we were flying, but...
We managed to, we made use of the high winds, and we managed to get a foothold, so I guess we're going to have to see what tomorrow holds. Anything else from anyone?
Yeah, when I basically broke off from the Harrier flight, I talked to Atomic about it, and I started flying down to Sukumi to try and get that secondary radar site for the S300. And on my way down, I started getting spikes from the S300, so I fired on that and took out the radar site, like, I think 10 minutes into the mission.
I wish I'd known that ahead of time, because I initially took Hammer Flight for a rocket attack against the launchers to try and make ourselves useful, and the Tunguskas were merciless.
A rocket attack?
An SA-3
that killed it.
Big radar.
Oh, that's good.
One on a stick.
Killed it.
You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off! I think it's on the cross runways, possibly. I don't know, there's a big white
Thank you, Brian.
So, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but I'm guessing Sukumi is the next
Paracetamol. Two of those, please.
Some stuff up, I think.
Well, bear in mind, we have to get there first. There are a lot of villages, thin mountain passes to get through. Not to mention the whole town of Sukumi itself, which is a mission in itself. Because there's only 2 bridges across the big river, and they're heavily mountainous terrain, so chances are they're defending Sukumi to the teeth.
100 tablets, wow.
Cool. Alright, anyway, we're going to get anything else before we sign off?
Can't get them in the supermarket.
Small issue, probably not going to affect me that much in the future, but like I had disconnections and I was trying to fix my SRS today. Basically, I had to keep like,
tramadol hydrochloric.
Spend like the first 45 minutes just waiting to align my
basically opium.
So could we have it like hot started next time?
No,
actually,
it's coffee.
This looks like an old box.
Well, go bug him.
Check the date on these. Gotta have fresh ones, haven't you?
No hot starts.
I mean, I get cold starting it once, but you know, when I DC it and then come back and then DC again and come back, it just gets it got really frustrating for a while.
Flight alignment.
Problem is that if you do that, then people are just going to jump in the hot start because they're lazy.
November 2017. No, that's okay. No, it's not. I'm in 18 now, aren't I?
Anything else before
These
we head
off? These are not fresh. I need
I'll send
fresh
you a nice
opium.
screenshot, Cap. Other than that, I'll get you your 2 files. Sherman, I'm sorry.
Drop one on the floor.
Yeah, I just disconnected anyway.
Right, I'm gonna get to work. I'll see you guys.
Work?
Probably tomorrow, but I assume it's on there.
See ya.
Alright.
To work.
Sorry, Saber, for my
I think what it means is he's got to get to
I gotta fix
making the video. Right,
hey, it was super cool when me and Cap were going around the airfield just shooting shit up.
Yeah, I missed all that shit. I only started flying like an hour after the mission started.
P-Man, when you went for that attack run on the runway, how many spikes were you getting in nails?
Many. All of them.
No, because when you went for that attack run, I was flying towards Sukumi too. And I Magnum one, then all of the nails I was getting lit up as spikes.
Yeah, they were quite angry with me.
Is there a way to set your units to attack move? Because I had them on ROE fire and moved them, but they still got slaughtered by BMPs without returning fire.
If you put them on state red
How can I help?
rather than green, it means they're in an aggressive stance.
Okay. Well, I had them on auto, that's why.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how it really works, and if it works.
I'm gonna have to try combined arms.
Is there a way to get back the Abrams that decided to lemming into the ocean? Because I didn't tell them to go into the ocean. They
Gear
just
is in
did.
the down position.
That would explain how you
I have
lost
to
it.
pray to Coffee.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just message Coffee and tell him what happened. He's not gonna punish you if the game fucked up. Just but if you don't tell him, he won't know. So
yeah,
as long as you tell him, then he'll be fine.
Yeah, if I
Tell
landed vertically, I'd be fine. But thank God I gave it enough power to take it off the runway when I hit it. Like, I went to land at Gadara, and I just hit the runway, and immediately the Harrier caught fire and was sliding a bit. So I just powered up and took it off the runway.
I'm not the only one.
So did everyone?
It happened to me as well.
Everyone feeling a bit better this evening? Because I think people were doing better. Whether that's because the Reds weren't there shooting us down or not, people seem to be doing better.
See, we didn't have to worry about getting shot down by the Reds. See, when you don't have to worry about two things at once, it's a lot better.
The problem I had was the ground forces weren't moving. I mean, that's what we did on the second go of Mission 4, was made sure the ground forces went in. But they just were sitting there, nobody moved them. They just went off in a couple of tanks and did their own thing. They didn't actually move the ground forces.
Well, what happened was some of them were moved out, and then all the infantry decided they didn't know how to navigate around the building.
Yeah, sorry I took so long to find those targets.
So that's
I think I was looking in the wrong
it?
town for the longest time.
That's your excuse for not saying, oh, you've got to go around this building.
As good as you're gonna get out of combined arms, like movement.
Commander.
No, not you.
Yeah, it's fucking horrid to play with.
Yeah, I hate it. It seems cool, but after using a while, no, for mine, I'm just complete garbage.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, I'll leave you to it. I'll catch up with you tomorrow evening.
Later.
You see, what my mistake was, I shouldn't have took control of the Abrams and tried to get them out of water, because as soon as I take control of them, they drown. I think that was the issue. I should have just let them figure it out, because when you just macro them RTS style, they kind of just phase through stuff.
Yeah, I got one and stuck in a tree, and then I tried to take control of it and exploded.
Is there any way to deploy smoke on tank? Is there any way for normal tanks to deploy smoke and stuff? Or only JTAC can do that?
I mean, there are some stuff you can use, like flares, and you can use flares.
Because that could have really helped, like, some of the idea, at least for people like me who have no fucking idea what I'm looking for.
A lot of the vehicles can smoke and can JTAC. They've quite a lot of them have got laser sights and smoke dispensers.
Yeah,
it's coloured smokes and stuff.
In the binoculars.
But it's not very nice to use.
No, absolutely.
And like, it seems to be that if you've got line of sight of something, it's got line of sight of you, so you're dead. So you have to be set to like invisible or immortal.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to like smoke directly on the thing. Like, you know, maybe smoke it like 500 or 100 meters south of it.
True.
What we're gonna do now then?
Yeah, because usually the smoke isn't always bang on the target anyway. If you say pop a smoke somewhere close to it and hide, then you just do a talk on with the A10, and then we can find it.
Yeah, and that way the CAS guys get a bit more work to do as well, or a bit more like something to do at least. It's not just look at the smoke. Okay, shoot at the smoke. Move.
True.
I think we're all done
I spent
for the
half
night.
of the day looking at the wrong town.
I was doing loads of overflights of the stuff on the floor, and I couldn't see a fucking thing until it tried to shoot at me.
Yeah, I just went up high and just looked for things shooting at you guys, and then even then I was like, okay, whatever, fuck. I'm just gonna just use my paw, slowly scan the whole place.
I used a T-pod at one point trying to spot the stuff on the ground, but the T-pod is unusable now for infrared. Whereas before it would pick things out. Now it's terrible. Yeah, you can't pick a damn thing out now.
Merlin only told me towards the end. Like, I was like, what the hell, how are you finding it? And then he was like, oh, I'm using TV. And I went to TV and holy shit, so much. Like, they break out so much more obvious on TV for some reason.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, the ground looks like it's hot and cold at the same time now on the flare. It's like not dead. So like
I couldn't see shit.
I was playing one in the mountains, and I kept thinking like, oh, there's a vehicle, and it was just like a particularly square looking rock.
I zoomed in on like every freaking blemish in the ground today, I think, in white hot mode. Oh my god.
Yeah, I just turned it off towards the end and just did it in
I'm under attack.
near White Hot North or Black Hot.
Yeah,
Just
TV.
That's not how it's supposed to work. Damn it.
Yeah, I want, like, in the Harrier,
What
apparently
type of
there's
planet
like a
is made from
FLIR keyword,
chocolate?
so you fly around with the nav
Mars,
FLIR
of
on,
course.
and it like pings up possible targets due to like their shape and hotspots, and you can like select what size of targets and whether or not they'll be warm and like how different they'll be to the background temperature depending on the time of day and stuff.
Daddy,
It's like,
there is a
implement
man
this
at
shit
the
now.
door. He says he is collecting for the nursing home.
Because it's so hard
That's
to use the like
perfect.
shitty
Tell him
designator that
Grandpa
comes
is
built
coming in a
I think
moment.
also it's a little bit buggy.
That's a terrible joke. Bloody
Harrier just sounds like a hot mess, man.
Chipmunks are really
Yeah,
cool
isn't
dudes.
it?
Just ask Dave the
I just hope
dog.
they fucking fix it. Because it seems
Dave,
so cool.
like
I've been reading the
chipmunks
tactical
cool.
manuals and it's just like, that sounds awesome. That sounds awesome.
Is it like supposed to be way more complex than the A10?
See, we told you chipmunks are cool.
I think it's not as user friendly as the A10. Like, I was reading how you do casting it, and it's like, fucking hell. Whereas with the A10, you've got like, right, you input something here, you input something there, you input something there.
Damn
And the
boy.
Harrier, it's a bit more kind of like.
I mean, I guess for the Harrier, because they sort of like, they bolted the pod onto
really
like, a system which originally wasn't designed to be used with a pod, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. But you can put like coordinates in on the Harrier, on the like the kind of calculator buttons on the front.
Oh yeah. I mean, every modern aircraft can sort of.
Can you? I didn't think you could do that yet.
You can, yeah. Yeah, you can't do it yet, but you should be able to later.
Same for the Hornet.
Yeah, I think Razbam are waiting for a lot of the stuff because a lot of the like you look at the cockpit of the Hornet and the Harrier, and it's like pretty much the same. Just
Yeah,
a few
I mean,
things in a different place.
The only aircraft you can do it at the minute is the Vigan and the Mirage, isn't it?
Put in
And
coordinates.
the A10.
Oh, the A10, yeah, as well, sorry. Yeah, I bought the A10 module over a year ago. I still haven't flown it yet.
It's quite fulfilling, actually.
Yeah, the guys in my stream, like Frosty and all them lot, they keep saying, get in the A10, get in the A10, and to be fair, I did do a bit on the training server where they were teaching me how to do this, that and the other, but I really need to have a whole week's training on it, you know, and I need to do it before the 18 comes out, because I'm rapidly trying to get together all the bits and pieces for the F-18 cockpit, because I need 3 MFDs. So I need to increase my screens, and I can't be doing with 3 Lilliputs. I'm going for one 19-inch monitor to put all this lot on. So, yeah.
Like a separate screen to have all your MFDs.
Yeah, that's the way it's going to go. So I'm going to have 2 MFDs, 1 top left, 1 top right, and then 1 bottom middle.
Damn. Well, I think to be fair, you pretty much only need 2 MFDs for the Hornet. Like most of the time, the middle one. I'm not sure what.
I don't know what the middle one will do, but
HSI.
it should be.
Middle one's usually HSI or ADI. Like generally, you'll be using the 2 left and right ones, kind of like in the A10C.
Yeah, well, a lot of the systems in the Hornet are identical to the Harrier. Yeah, so I mean the same 16-digit LEDs or 16-segment LEDs, which you can't get for love nor money these days. You just can't buy them anywhere.
I'm sure you can just design your own.
Did you try
Well, somebody has
what are you
done that,
talking
yeah.
about?
The LEDs on the displays of the Hornet and the Harrier, they're
You mean the warning panel? Or the...
No, the readouts. They're made from 16-segment LEDs. Normally you get an 8-segment LED, if you know what I'm talking about. Like on a calculator,
Yeah.
it makes the number 8, and out of that you can make virtually anything. Well, on the Harrier and the Hornet, they have a 16-segment LED. But what they do,
control.
yeah, but what they do is they overlay it with a transfer that makes it look like dots. So each segment has 3 dots. It's divided into 3 dots because they put a transparency over the top. If you get what I mean, there is a thing on the forum about it. Somebody's got miniature LEDs and he's made his own. He's well away with the F-18 Hornet cockpit. He's well on his way with that, but he's had to make every LED individually, and there's a lot of them.
Static, did you figure out having the convoy and stuff respawn on your server?
No, I haven't looked at that. I'll look at that tonight or tomorrow, I think.
What about swapping the time that it restarts so every time I come back from work I'm not flying night ops?
Well, people said, can you make it night? And I said, well, okay, but what I did is I just put it on for 24 hours, so it depends what time it starts to what time night starts, you know.
I'm getting home at like mid-1 in the morning Eastern time.
That'll be about 6 AM for me then.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I took it down last night because I had to go to hospital today and I wasn't sure what was going to happen, so I took it down and I was expecting an update, but we haven't had one, so I don't know whether to put it back on or just to leave it off.
Yeah, probably just leave it off for now.
So yeah, Coffee said, don't worry about those tanks that decided to drown themselves.
Oh yeah, Static, you had problems with landing into the wind too, right?
Oh yeah, I tried land 3 times. I crashed 3 times. Yeah, watch the stream back. It's terrible. The 3rd time I was doing it, but it was very weird. I seemed to be pushed by the wind, although I was going into the wind, so I couldn't slow down enough to actually get down. And by the time I did get down, it was on the grass and it flipped over.
Oh, for me, I was landing as if I was landing normally on the runway, doing basically a short landing.
But going sideways.
Yeah, but going sideways. Like I was facing the wind, but going down the runway.
Yeah, you should have seen P-Man land his Vigan. He was crabbing like you wouldn't believe, and then he managed to put his wheels down and straighten up. And at one point, as he's going down the runway, there was a burst of flame out the back, but it landed fine. You know, in the end, it right itself. But bloody hell, that landing a Gudada is just not good in that wind.
I know at Sachi he had to do the same thing, and I followed him in. Well, at least tried to. I was going sideways, and I'm basically, me and him were basically facing the same direction, flying in the same direction. Except I had to go around and land the opposite way.
What pisses me off is I've been flying a Harrier now for quite some time, and Cap goes in and lands it, and he's been flying it for 5 minutes.
I know. While I was watching it,
how the hell he does that?
Mother God, kill your engine or dump or lose our water.
Yeah, I'm saying just kill it now. Down. You're gonna land on top of an A10. Get it down.
Oh, you should have seen when I was landing.
They started going backwards
with a high crab, right? And as soon as I'm about to,
it was bad. It was bad.
Kick it left to maintain. Wind is so strong, it just pushes the plane further left.
He's on Wi-Fi.
Are you guys hearing what he's saying?
Kind of.
No, he's on Wi-Fi. He breaks up a lot.
Worst part about this is I have a sore throat, so I really don't want to repeat myself.
That's because his teenage little brother's downloading porn.
Warren, why don't you just get an Ethernet cable?
Yeah.
Because the router is all the way downstairs.
Well, look, I hate to recommend this because from a radio arms point of view, they're a nightmare. But you can get those power over Ethernet or Ethernet over power, where you take an Ethernet cable from your router and stick it into your electricity supply, and then upstairs you put another one in and take the Ethernet from and it uses your household electricity wiring as Ethernet.
Yeah, I've got that. It's really good. It uses a different hertz to what AC or DC or whatever his power is.
AC or whatever. What's it called again?
It's power line or something like that. It's called.
I've got TP Link ones, and they're like quite old now. But
I don't need to contact my provider to do anything, right?
No, you just plug them in, and then there's like a button on each plug, and you press those buttons, and then they'll find each other via your electrical power, via the cabling in your house. As long as they're on the same like ring main, you should get a connection, and then just plug an Ethernet into your computer and into one of the plugs, and then plug the other one by your router into your router, and you've got. I get as fast internet as my broadband, what's it called, router modem. It brings in, so I get 50 megabyte.
You British and your routers.
Yeah, they just.
I just got 100. I just got 100 for.
Put a link in media for you. They'll show you what they've got. It's on Amazon, but it's .co.uk. Just change it for .com, and you'll get the same shit. But get the most modern one possible, because the older ones interfere with radio like you wouldn't believe.
Do they really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they've got a wide spectrum noise floor, so it interferes with your FM radios and everything. And Ofcom will come and knock on your door if you're wiping out a ham radio operator.
Awesome. Luckily, I don't live next to any ambulance transponders.
Yeah, they take them off you. I tell you, funniest thing, right? I go to the nature reserve at Catterick Garrison. You know, the biggest army base in the UK. They have a nature reserve right in the middle, and I took a lot of photographs for them that they've used on postcards and on their boards and things like that. And while I was away getting treatment in hospital and that, they decided in one of the hides that they would put a video link from the hide that overlooks the lake where water voles and deer come in and kingfishers and all that lot. So they'd have this video link from there back to the visitor centre, so you could see it on a big 50-inch TV. So they put that in, and I was away for 6 or 7 weeks, and in the meantime they were wiping out a satellite downlink.
No way. So they
yeah, so Ofcom spent 3 weeks trying to hunt down this signal that was wiping out a satellite downlink. There's an agricultural satellite that orbits the UK, looking at farmers' fields and how like the crops are growing, and it sends pictures down on the downlink at about 136 megs, just above the aircraft band. And that's where the downlink is, and they were completely wiping it out. So Ofcom had to come in with detection equipment, find out where it was, and they shut them down really fast. And I was saying, you idiots, because you know, me being a comms engineer and ham radio trainer and all that lot, I could have told them that they weren't allowed to use that frequency, but the company that installed it got a right old bollocking for breaking UK radio frequency rules. But that was funny as hell from my point of view. I was laughing my head off.
Well, Auntie, how concerned should I be about MC catchers?
About what?
MC catchers. I believe that's how you pronounce it.
NC catchers? I've not heard that before.
Yes. Well, basically, they can snoop on your phone. Basically, they hook onto your cellular connection by imitating a fighter type.
I wouldn't be that concerned about it. Depends where you use it. If you're using Wi-Fi hotspots around the place that are unsecure, just don't do that. You know, so if you're like in a cafe or something, and they've got Wi-Fi, just don't use it.
They don't. It's not a hotspot. It's 3G or LTE.
Warren, I'm gonna ease your mind right now. The U.S. is listening to you no matter what you're doing.
True.
Yeah, and Google tracks your every bloody movement. This is what I said to people. You know, if your government said to you, right, we're gonna track via your phone where you are every moment of the day, what you're up to, you would be up in arms and you would have that government out. But Google do it all the time. You put, I'm at McDonald's having breakfast. I'm at Pizza King having pizzas.
That's
I'm
Facebook.
at, you know, well, Facebook and Google, it's all the same thing. It uses your phone with your GPS, which goes straight to Google for Google Maps. They all know where you are and what you're doing. But yeah, on Facebook you're saying, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So you're being tracked every moment of every day by Google and Facebook and everybody else who's got access to the GPS on your phone. So, you know. But if your government said they were going to do it, you'd soon be electing a new government, wouldn't you?
You see, I blame the Democrats.
I didn't died. So what we got here? So anyway, this is what we're talking about. Anyway, I'll bring them up. These are things.
Yeah, I'm really surprised I didn't get in trouble with states. I opened my friends' group chats right now.
What you do is you plug these into the mains, like into your main socket. We use 3-pin sockets.
They already know what you're doing.
Can we actually see a 3-pin plug here, please, to show the people who aren't in Britain? No. Anyway, the top pin that goes in that socket there, the top pin is the earth pin, and it's slightly longer than the other two. You can only just see. Hang on, you see it on there. Let's click on that, and there you go. Zoom in. The earth pin is the top pin, and it is slightly longer than the other two. And what happens is, when you put the earth pin in the top there, you can see that little shapy thing. That pushes the two other things down so that they can actually go in. So it's a safety feature so that you can't have a toddler sticking sticks in and lollipop sticks and shit and getting electrocuted.
And now you're scared to use it.
So a bit of a safety feature. So only the earth pin will uncover those two slots and allow the live and the neutral to go in. But basically what this does is it plugs in, and then you plug in an Ethernet cable. You plug in an Ethernet cable from your router into the socket. Now it's also got another 3-pin hole on it, or a 2-pin if you're in Europe and America, so that you don't lose the socket. It's an extension, so you can still use the socket. That's what that's for. You plug your Ethernet in there, and then wherever your computer is, you plug in this other one and take the Ethernet port from it, and it uses your mains electricity wiring in your house to send Ethernet over. And that's what these do. That's exactly what them do. So instead of using Wi-Fi, there's a picture. There you go. Look.
200 missiles.
So from your internet to your router, into that, and then across your mains wiring to the other one, and then into your computer.
Complete 180-degree turns and going about Mach 2 on the way back as you turn.
But it creates a lot of noise on your mains, and you could plug that one in there into your neighbour's house and still use your internet in your neighbour's house, because you all share the same mains.
Would rip your skull out of your ass.
So you got to be careful with it. So anyway, that's how you do that. That's what I'm after. I'm off one of them, but you can only get it in store only at the minute.
Imagine if DCS,
so I can have that delivered.
DCS gameplay with Ace Combat storylines.
So anyway, I think that's it for tonight's stream, guys. Unfortunately,
then you got to modify the campaign to fit DCS.
I was at hospital earlier, so I'm a bit knackered and a bit.
Obviously.
So I'm gonna
scale everything back.
Finish the stream there, and the training server's down anyway. So I'm gonna end the stream there, and I'll come back on tomorrow. It's tomorrow Thursday, isn't it? So it'll be day 6 of the campaign tomorrow. And I don't know what the weather's going to be, we don't know, but we've taken Gudada Airfield now, so we've now got Sochi and Gudada.
Static. I was with you watching Capland. I just wanted to see his Harrier drop out of the sky.
Yeah, unfortunately he didn't. He did a very good job.
Unfortunately, 2 of us was too good at teaching him.
Yeah. I can't understand how Cap learns these aircraft so fast. It's beyond me.
He's not truly learning the A10. He said himself he's only doing it for the videos. He fucking hated it.
Well, the A10 is a very complicated thing. I need to start learning it, but I need to get my back sorted out before I can sit in this chair for hours on end and doing it.
Imagine Cav learned the F-18. That should be fun to watch.
Yeah, F-18 isn't that hard.
Unfortunately, I've got family coming to visit the week that it's going to be released, so I don't think I'm going to get much chance to use it.
Tell your family you have priorities and you need to fly an F-18.
Safety is my number 1 priority, family. I have to defend the motherland.
No, unfortunately, Amy, she's 10 years old and she's my best friend forever, so we will be getting up to all kinds of things. She wants to go sea fishing on a boat, catch lots of fish and gut them, clean them, barbecue them. At 10 years old, I've just got to give her that. You can't deny a kid that, can you?
Or you can give her
teach her to play DCS.
Yeah, or you can teach her to play DCS.
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to teach her that.
We have a Junior Reaper team, apparently.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, Toby runs that.
I'm just gonna go on a leap and say that I'm not sure what I think about it.
Well, we had so many junior members that wanted to join, and Toby was already a member and then left and came back just as we changed the rules. So,
it's not a good rule change. I mean, like, because Toby obviously lost his shit for, let's just say he doesn't take sarcasm very well.
No, he does not.
Well, he's just turned 12, so you know what it's like when you're that age. You can't understand life.
I was a sarcastic motherfucker when I was 12.
Well, exactly. So I mean, you know,
I got a lot of trouble for doing that shit when I was 12.
We're going to get in trouble talking about this, aren't we? So yeah. Anyway, Toby, we said to Toby, look, why don't you start a Junior Reapers? Ask Cap. Cap said it's a bloody good idea because he keeps getting so many people under 16, and we're turning them away. So if we make a Junior Reapers, there's always new blood coming in in a few years' time, and we'll see what happens. But I think, you know, a Junior Reapers display team will be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got me and Static down there helping him out.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, keeping them on the straight and narrow. Yep. Anyway,
Static's more of the caring teacher, where I'm more of the trial by fire.
I don't mind children. It's just.
Yeah, I'm Vorlon, and you're the Shadows. Have you ever watched Babylon 5?
No.
No, you've not seen Babylon 5. Alright. Well, the Vorlons were teaching by encouraging races to get into technology and do things that way, where the Shadows said conflict is the best way to advance the species' survival of the fittest. So they used to get...
I mean... the Shadows aren't wrong.
Now they look like big black spiders.
Alright, now
if you haven't seen Babylon 5, you haven't lived. Go get it, download it, whatever you do. Go and get it.
What is Babylon 5?
It's a sci-fi. It's a bit like Star Trek Deep Space Nine, except it came out first, before Deep Space Nine. It's about a big space station in space where people can come together to be friends and that. But there's a big space battle going on and this, that, and the other. It's from the 80s and early 90s.
Isn't that the thing where they basically got a fucking military base on a planet overrun by bugs?
No, that's that
Starship
Disney
Troopers.
movie. Starship Trooper.
Best
Disney.
movie ever, what the hell?
Johnny
No,
Rico.
the best movie ever is The Final Countdown.
Final Countdown.
Nah. Top Gun.
Top Gun.
The carrier operations in The Final Countdown were a lot better than Top Gun.
Oh yeah, let's go and shoot down Zeros with F-15s, really.
Actually, speaking of The Final Countdown...
I'm trying to end the
I would love to
stream!
see with the actual battle.
No, speaking of Final Countdown...
Right, I'm gonna go, guys, because I'm not gonna sit here much longer.
Yeah.
I'm slowly getting more and more painful. I've been sat down most of the day in the hospital and I'm just a bit fatigued.
We'll use
But I'll
the
be back
ESF
tomorrow.
as the Japanese.
We'll continue campaign day 6.
Be good for
I'm enjoying
morale
the
to shoot
campaign,
them
even
down.
though I'm doing shit at it.
A
but,
Final Countdown campaign.
I think I might try and get an
Yeah, but we
hour
gotta
or
wait
so
for the
in
14th
tomorrow
to release.
before the campaign to get a little bit of
we could use the
combat
15 or
experience.
18 for that.
Because overnight we'll be
do
getting
the
new
18 then,
intel,
'cause
so
we
by
need to be
tomorrow
able to
morning
do
we should have new
carrier
intel on this, and we'll see how things goes.
We
But
see if
for now, I'm going. Shifty's over there doing some 2.51. It's about time the
The
bugger
Final
downloaded it and get it going.
Is based on a
So if
book
you go over
to
and see
where
Shifty Mover,
it's a what-if scenario.
he'll
if
be doing all
modern-day
kinds of different
technology got
aircraft
sent
testing
back to World War II.
2.51 now that he's got his own computer. He has to have that, or he wouldn't have the F-18. So.
Exactly right.
So he's got it on there. So anyway, you go and watch Shifty, and I'm going to go. I'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the follows, and I'll catch you tomorrow, guys. But from me, it's good night. And from Dave the Dog, big smile, Dave the Dog. Go on, big smile, Dave the Dog. Go on. They are big grin, nice teeth. Big teeth. Right, I'm off. Good night, guys. Have fun, whatever you're doing. Keep playing, keep safe. Catch you tomorrow. Good night, guys. Bye.
Tell your sound